ITF cannot be overemphasized. At the time where the federal government says it's not going to provide employment opportunities, and so people will rely on entrepreneurship. And so the core mandate of ITF, by my understanding, is that they have to show Nigerians the other way of having self-reliance. So like my colleague says, I look at it here, in one of these subjects here, you say you are going to train people on, I think one of the skill acquisition centers, you say you are establishing in New York. And I'm here 3 years in this committee. I'm from Igor Ibenin Senatorial District. And there's nothing, Igor Ibenin is noted for raffia making. They use making of shoes for raffia, making of cap, hats for raffia, with bags for raffia. I thought, apart from Northwest. So I thought you would have, when you were trying to identify areas of impartation, then you should have at least consulted most of us in this
of this committee to the federal government to inform them of the very critical role of the Industrial Training Fund and the need to really give some level of exemption to the organization. This was demonstrated by a special letter from the committee to the government, as well as to the Appropriation Committee. We are very grateful, sir. And on the implementation of the 2021 budget, which is still in progress, I would like to invite the Director of Procurement to shed more light, Mr. Suleiman Ningi, to answer that question with your permission, sir.
In ITF, we try as much as possible after approval of the budget is granted. We advertise all processes and procedures of procurement must be followed duly. And we don't give award of contract when there is no cash backing. Being a self-generating organization, we don't normally give award. Cash backing is very essential in the award of contract. It's against the Procurement Act to give job where cash backing is not available. We have to look at what we have generated. The level of our generation will determine what the next line of action to be taken in the procurement processes. As at now, the DG has approved that Tuesday next week will be the date for the tenders board of ITF for 2021 capital project. Immediately after the tenders board, the following week, I assure these distinguished senators, this distinguished committee, that award letters will be issued out, and for supplies, before the end of this year, all supplies will be effected and payment will equally be made. For capital project which indicate most likely building and renovation, these are ongoing, which will go up to 2022. Thank you very much.
I think clearly the role of ITF is very clear or is very, very germane to the economy of this country, particularly the way the world is evolving. You understand? So part of what I would like to say, and with the support of my colleagues as well, I believe very strongly that as we hear of vocational centers that it's been put together across the various part of the country, I think it's important for us to pick one or two of them to oversight it properly, and I will explain. As we are moving from the Industrial Revolution to the age of innovation and all of that, it is also very important that the vocational centers that we have, they are very much in line with those evolution. Because, you see, it is in the interest of our youth. We don't want to continue to produce youth that will not be able to fit into the employment world. You understand? And the only way, you are a major agency that should be at the forefront of this. So, DG, what I will tell you and your team is to make necessary arrangement for us. If you have one here in Abuja, I think it would be nice for us to oversight, and also, yeah, and for those exactly. That's one. That is one. Then, also, you have explained the issues around the implementation of the capital budget. It is very important, particularly to members, and also to attest to the effectiveness of what you are doing. And also, the issue around the breakdown of your 2021 budget up to September. You said you have given it to the Secretariat. I think it's still important